So I'm going to start with the analysis of a propped cantilever example. A propped cantilever is a beam with one end fixed, the other end on hinges. So this is a beam AB with uniformly distributed load 10 kilonewton per meter for a length of 3 meter, and the span of the beam is totally 5 meter. So you have to do the analysis means draw the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram. First step, identify the static indeterminacy of the structure. So for beams, normally we neglect the axial deformation or we neglect horizontal reactions, only vertical loads are there. So the unknowns are at the fixed support, a vertical reaction and a moment. At the hinge support, it's a vertical reaction. So altogether there are three unknowns minus, we use only two equations of equilibrium, sigma V0 and sigma M0. So 3 minus 2, 1. So static indeterminacy is equal to 1. So we have to remove support B. Or another way is we release one redundant, that is release the reaction at support B and get the primary structure. So the primary structure is, after removing this hinge, we get a cantilever structure. So this is called primary structure or statically determinate structure. So this is the external load 10 kilonewton per meter over a length of 3 meters. So primary structure with external load. Then we draw the primary structure, which is a cantilever. We mark the redundant force. We have taken RB as redundant. So this is RB is a redundant. So this is called the primary structure with redundant. So this much step involves the first step. Identify the static indeterminacy, release the redundants, mark the primary structure with external load, mark the primary structure with redundant forces. Then step 2. Next, what we have to do is we have to find out the deformation. That is, this primary structure, this will deflect. The displacement at the point of the redundancy, that is called delta L1. Due to this redundant, it will deflect. This is called delta 11 displacement due to redundant. We have to find out this delta L1 and delta small n1. For that, the expression is delta L1 integral m1 dx by EI, and the deflection due to redundant is m1 dx by EI. What is this capital M, small m, etc.? We will see. Capital M is the bending moment due to external loading. Small m is bending moment due to the redundant reaction. So we split it into, here in this portion BC there is no load, this portion there is load. So different expressions will be there. So what we have to do is split the beam into different portions. First portion is BC. So portion BC, we have to take the origin. Origin means the x distance from where we are going to measure. I am going to measure x from point B. We'll prepare a table like this. We're going to first portion BC. We'll take origin as B. So for the portion BC, what are the limits? 0 to 2. We are going to write down the expression for bending moment. So let's see. Portion BC, we are considering a section at a distance x from here. In the primary structure also at a distance x. Here also at a distance x. Now M, what is the expression for bending moment? Consider this primary structure. The primary structure, this is M diagram we are going to prepare. So the bending moment expression will be up to this portion B to C, there is no load. So bending moment is 0. Next portion CA. CA, we take C as origin. Limit is 0 to 3. So if you consider a section x distance from C, the expression will be 10x into x by 2. It is a hogging moment, so minus 10 x square by 2. Next, we are going to prepare the bending moment expressions due to redundant. So this figure is, we call it as small m1 diagram. Bending moment at a distance x is 1 into x, that is a sagging moment, so positive. And for this next portion, it is 1 into 2 plus x. Explain this once again. For the portion BC in the M diagram, at a distance x from here, right of section, there is no load, so the expression is 0. For the next portion CA, taking C as origin, x is at a distance marked from C as origin, so the expression for bending moment is 10 into x by 2, so 10x square by 2. Similarly, the small m is the expression for bending moment due to redundant. For the portion CB, it is 1 into x. For the next portion, see, this is point C. So CA, x is marked from C. So this distance is 2 meter. So that we get the expression 1 into 2 plus x. Now, just integration. Delta L1 integral m1 dx by ei. So take 1 by ei outside. First 0 to 2 mn plus second portion 0 to 3 minus 10x square by 2 into 2 plus x dx. Integrating this, integration you can do, we'll get the answer. Substituting the limits, we'll get it as minus 191.25 by ei. Similarly, this delta 11 is integral m1 dx by ei, that is 0 to 2, 1 by ei you take outside. First portion m 1 into x into 1 into x, m1 plus second portion integral 0 to 3 2 plus x into 2 plus x dx. After this, we will get the result as 41.67 by ei. The consistent deformation equation. consistent deformation equation, F into R is equal to minus delta L. Here F is the flexibility matrix. We have only one element, that is delta 1 1 into only one redundant R is equal to minus delta L1. Substituting the values, 41.67 R is equal to 191.25. Therefore, we'll get the redundant force as 4.59. That means the reaction at support B, RB, is 4.59 kilonewton. This is not the last stage. You have to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So come to the original beam. This is our beam, point C. This is point B. This was a hinge. This was the original question. This load is 10 kilonewton per meter. Now we got this value of RB as 4.59. Okay, now we can get what is the value of RA. How will you find out RA? Sigma V is equal to 0. That is RA upward minus 10 into 3 downward minus RB is equal to 0. RA upwards, 10 into 3 downwards minus 10 into 3. This RB upwards is equal to, that is RA plus RB is equal to total load. Therefore, RA 30 minus 4.59, 5.41 kilonewton. So we have got this value also, 25.41 kilonewton. Once we get RA and RB, we can draw the shear force diagram. Draw the shear force diagram. The sign convention, left half section, upward positive, right half section downward positive. So we'll have a horizontal line, mark 25.41, left 25.41. Then from here, the load is getting decreased. So 25.41 minus 30. 25.41 minus 30, that will be 4.59 minus. So it is 4.59 here. Join this. After this, there is no load. Then there is 4.49 upwards. So this is the shear force diagram. This is positive. This portion is negative. This is shear force diagram. Now we have to locate the point of zero shear force, where the bending moment will be a maximum. Let it be at a distance x. So we are going to locate point of zero shear force. If you want to find point of zero shear force, this is x, this distance is 3 minus x. So consider these two triangles. 4.59 by x is equal to 25.41 divided by 3 minus x. So from that we can get x is equal to 0.459 meter. The next step is to draw the bending moment diagram. Next is to draw the bending moment diagram. What about the value of bending moment at B? MB equal to load into distance. There is support reaction only acting at that point. So load into distance MB equals 0. What about MC? MC is equal to, considering right of this point C, there is a reaction of 4.59 acting upwards. So RB into 2. That is a sagging moment. So it is RB into 2, 4.59 into 2, 9.08 kilonewton. Then moment at A, MA is equal to RB into 5 minus 10 into 3 into 1.5. So we'll get bending moment at A minus 22.05 kilonewton meter. Then we have to find out M max, maximum bending moment at this point, say D. M max at point D, where shear force is equal to 0. That is at x is equal to 0.459, 0.459 plus 2 meter from free end. So find out M max is equal to RB into 2.459 minus 10 into 0.459 the whole square by 2. It works out to 10.233 kilonewton meter. So I will explain once again. Bending moment at point B is 0. If you want to get bending moment at C, this load into distance. If you want to get the bending moment at A, load into 5, this much load, minus 10 into 3 into 1.5. Find the maximum bending moment. It will occur at point D where the shear force is 0. So we have got the maximum bending moment value 10.233. We have to sketch the bending moment diagram. Draw the horizontal line. Bending moment at B is equal to 0. Bending moment at C 9.08. At this point it is 9.08 kilonewton meter. At the point of maximum bending moment at point D, it works out to 10.233. And at point A, it is minus 22.05. It is 22.05 kilonewton meter. Now you see in this portion, A to C, it is UDL. So you have to connect from A to C using a parabolic arc. And from C to B, there is no load. There should be straight line. So to draw the diagram, up to this it is parabola. Then 9 to this it is straight line. So this portion is straight. This portion is parabola. And see, you hatch it. This portion is sagging, positive. This portion is negative, or we call it as hogging. This is positive portion. This is negative portion. So this is the final bending moment diagram. Okay, with that we completed one example.